Hello, I'm Cyndi. Today I am bringing you another in my writing how-to series of reviews. Um, Today's video is going to be a little bit different. Today's video is entitled A Poor Man's Guide to Writing and Publishing a Book by Bobbitt. But it's very different from the other writing and publishing books I've reviewed. It is a testament to the phrase buyer beware. I wouldn't classify it so much as a how-to book on writing, but as a how to not write book on writing. This book was published in January of 2013 in Kindle and paperback form. Let me pull up for you. I'm going to share my screen. So let's get that going. Like I said, you gotta love the artwork, don't you? Now you would expect that a title like this, the book would be offering some useful tips and advice on navigating the world of publishing a book. However, and I think that the cover speaks for itself. Everything about this book is a cry for help. Seriously. The title is both wordy and misleading. Um, Insofar as the author claims, in the way of the title, to be writing about his thoughts on the writing process, but primarily he's talking about the publishing process and not from the perspective of a happy camper. Let me tell you that. Um, there are serious spelling errors even within the spine. The phrase "a poor man's guide to writing and publishing." In the spine, you see how it's the two words are missing the apostrophe, and yet there's an apostrophe on the other side in the cover, the front. Yeah, that should be consistent, as should his name be consistent. He's writing as Donald in the spine, while the front of the cover lists his name as Don. Now, it doesn't matter. You can write with your legal name, you can write with the name that your family and friends call you, or you can write under a nom de plume, pen name. It doesn't matter, but you've got to be consistent. And this author is not consistent. The cover itself, which was clearly self-made by the author, is confusing. You've got several different fonts used to create the cover design. He's got different colors. It doesn't have to be costly, but the cover design is a necessary investment. And there are people who aren't going to do what I did and pick it up anyway. Because not everybody says, "Oh, this is a teachable moment." As someone who is not only a published author in her own right, but is something of a writing mentor in certain circles, I can see the value of having someone write so poorly that it becomes a teachable material. Outside of that, but I don't recommend reading it. As to the content itself, okay, getting into it, much of which read like a rant on social media. But I was able to see without trying Uh, Many grammar and spelling errors run on sentences, paragraphs that should have been split, and serious punctuation errors throughout the book's interior. The one positive takeaway was about the tracking of Rudderly expenses. There were a few I hadn't thought of, so for that, and that only, I do give it 1 star. But only star. This is on my recommended to not read list. I'm not kidding. I hope this helps. I talk about the writing process, and I have talked a lot about the writing process, uh, both here in videos and also as a liaison for NaNoWriMo. I do talk about it. I talk about it in my forums um, and on my blog from time to time. But it is important to get good material and to be consistent. Writing is an adventure that has to end with the team. There has to be a team. You need people. You need to invest in things like the cover. You need to invest in good, um, reliable editors. No, you cannot do as this man suggests and get your family and friends to edit. They're not going to see. They don't have trained eyes. And if that's what he had them do, that may very well be why he was so poor. Because, oh, this is good. No, this is not good. It's not finished. It's not finished until it can get past a publishing firm. That doesn't mean you need to use a publishing firm, but it does mean that the book should be solid. It should be of a quality that allows your book, if it were represented by a literary agent, it would go through the process, whether you do it yourself or not. Otherwise, it brings the entire industry down and lends to the idea that self-publication is nothing more than vanity press for people who want to get their ego stroked. And we don't want it to be that way. We want it to be a more economical approach to the publishing process. So these are my thoughts on this book that I don't encourage you to read. And I look forward to doing other books that are truly inspiring. Until next time.